Alrighty, hello, welcome to Release Sprints. We have three of the four hosts. Deja may or may not be joining us. We will see as the night goes on. But currently we have obviously me representing Pentacles, Jess representing Wands, and Brittany representing Swords. And I will let you guys introduce yourselves further if you would like.
Sounds good.
Hi guys, my name is Jess. I am the Wands team captain, and my channel is Books Past Bedtime. I don't actually know what I'm reading yet. I'm kind of listening to a podcast, but I think I'm going to draw another tarot card on Sprint, so we'll see what I get.
Nice.
Hi everyone, I'm Brittany from over at Literarily Smitten, and as Noelle said, I'm captain of Team Swords. I'm going to be listening to, I think, the audiobook for Circe, which I'm using for the prompt that's to read an audiobook or an ebook. So
Deja got Temperance today too, and I got it yesterday.
Really?
Yeah.
What was the card?
I think it's Temperance. That's like an ebook.
Oh.
So all three of us have had it. That's funny.
You know, okay, when I was going through the spreadsheet and tallying scores, there's like a weird amount of like temperance prompts that people were submitting. There was a couple that like seemed to come up like way more than other cards. It's interesting.
That's so funny.
That is really interesting.
I've been getting lots of Wands cards too. Putting my Wands energy into my deck, I guess.
Yeah. I got a lot of Pentacles, which is weird because I never draw Pentacles when I like do my own like daily drawings in the morning. Like that's the one of the suits that's the least likely to show up for me, and I think I got 3 of them for my 4 cards.
Oh, that's so funny. I think I've drawn 2 Pentacles and Wands, I want to say. I think I've only drawn 3 cards so far. I'm just doing like one at a time.
That's what I'm doing too.
I am reading Little Bird. It's a graphic novel. And I forgot the card that I pulled for this. So I will have to go look in my journal. I'm a great host, obviously. I forgot why I started reading this.
That's a stunning cover, though.
It is so pretty.
Red cover?
Yeah, the art is like so cool. I can't even think of what it reminds me of, but it's definitely a very unique and gruesome, I will say, art style. They are. It is pretty graphic, but I'm really like enjoying the story so far.
Well, that's good.
Let's see who we have. Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Welcome to the party, Team Wands. Hi, friends. This is perfect because I'm slightly slumping. Hello, Steph. Welcome to the show. Team Cups. Sweet. Deja may join us later, but I think she had kind of a long day at work, so she may be getting some well-deserved rest.
Yes, Team Swords represent.
I just finished Circe. Oh my gosh.
Ooh, I'm like 10% into the audiobook right now, but I'm really enjoying it so far.
I am very intrigued and interested to see what you think, Brittany. I read it, I think, in December, also on audiobook, and it was good. It was a good time.
Yeah, so I'm very intrigued by where this can go.
Hello, Kendra. Kendra is the MVP. They've been reading like exclusively long books, and many of them really carrying the Pentacles team single-handedly. Very appreciative.
Yeah, Ava's doing that for Team Wands. She's killing it too.
Sava's here. Hello.
Hi.
Hi, Jessie.
Hello.
I'm here for as long as I can stay awake. Oh my gosh, this is what I'm saying.
Kendra's like an MVP. They were here for the reading sprint I did. What is it? Last week now. So Kendra is the real MVP. Dedication, staying up UK time for these sprints. Respects.
We've got more Team Swords. Issa's here. Hi. Just doing some video editing and excited for the virtual company. Yes, I do that all the time. I'm like, I'm not going to read. I just want to like feel like I'm hanging out with people. Or I'll do it as like my motivation to like clean my kitchen or something. I'm like, well, everyone's being productive, so I'll be productive too. I'm on my 8th and 9th.
Whoa!
I'm so impressed. This is amazing. There's over, I think we are approaching 400 submissions to the Google form, which means that collectively as a readathon, we have read almost 400 books and we still have like a week to go. That is so cool.
Insane.
Yeah.
Wild. It still blows my mind how many people signed up to participate in the readathon. Like never in my wildest dreams.
Right, exactly. Hello.
Hi.
Finished Song of Achilles. Ooh. How did you like it? Also, don't mind my dog eating the breakfast I gave her 12 hours ago. She
Sunday.
does it. It's a thing. I'm going to finish The Hidden Oracle and then read more of God's Grave. I don't know what either of those are, but I'm happy for you. Hello?
Yeah, Ava was at the reading sprint last time too.
Should I give it another try as the audio? I don't know if I could have got through it without the audio, honestly. It reads more like a memoir, even though you know that it's a fictional story. I think I gave it 4 stars overall.
Yeah, I mean, the narrator for the audiobook is someone who I know from other audiobooks too, and I think is an actress that's been in quite a few shows. So far I'm enjoying her take on it.
I'm going to be reading Witch Shadow. Nice. VP baby. Exactly. Blessed. Pentacles is blessed to have Kendra. I love the narrator for that audio, but I preferred Song of Achilles as a story.
Okay. Interesting.
I also read Song of Achilles on audio. I personally was underwhelmed. I liked Circe more, I think, than Achilles. I really wanted to be obsessed with Achilles, but I just didn't quite do it for me. That is amazing. It was good. I preferred Circe. Yeah.
Okay.
I have read 6 and nearly finished Priory.
Whoa.
Oh my god. You're a beast. This is amazing. There is no universe where my dog would not finish any food that was offered to her immediately. Yeah, it's kind of, you can hear, I'm sure that it's like kind of a double-edged sword because like she self-feeds herself like a cat, but also she just has this sixth sense of somehow she knows when I'm talking to other people in the world versus when I'm just talking to myself in my house, because that's a thing that I do. So I don't know whether I'm like talking to my camera, like recording a video or on a live stream. She just knows. Then she's like, no, I'm the star of the show, Mom. Like you thought. Like, so why?
My dog self-feeds as well, but he won't eat unless we're like sitting there with him in the kitchen. He will just like go the whole day and not eat if we're not there with him. He's afraid he's gonna miss something.
I feel like with our dogs, I mean, we haven't had a dog in a while, but they had like a set feeding time. So if they didn't eat their food when it was down, the food was taken away.
Mm-hmm.
And then they would have to wait until next feeding time. So we never had the self-feeding type of dog. So they devoured their food, needless to say.
Yeah. I mean, I think she'll figure it out because we're talking about getting another dog in the next 6 months or so. And I have a feeling that she's going to have a few days where we're going to have one dog that eats twice as much food and one dog that eats no food. And so they'll figure that out on their own. Like, I don't know. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. But for now, she's a little spoiled. She's basically just a cat in a dog's body.
That's fair.
Your dog is the cutest, Ava. I need to see pictures of this dog. I also need to work on my reading journal. I've been neglecting it.
I still have serious FOMO for anyone who can keep a reading journal because A, I'm not that artistic. B, I just know I would never be able to like sustain it long term. Like I do it 1 month and I'm like, that's a lot of work.
Yeah.
And that would be the end of that.
Yeah. I love it, like having it, but like the setup every month definitely takes some time. Excuse you, did you hear my dog just burp after she...
I was wondering what that was.
Like, you princess. Might be able to see her. Let's see. There she is. Hi.
Sunday.
Little attention hog. I love it. The Hidden Oracle is Trials of Apollo. I love those books. I think I've only read like 3 of Rick Riordan's books, and then I stopped. I don't know. I don't even think there was a good reason.
I feel like that happens sometimes.
Yeah, it was like an accidental DNF, I guess. Where I just like never came back. I will hopefully be finishing Leviathan Wakes and Alloy of Law by Brandon Sanderson. Wow, those are some big books too. I am amazed. Me Moth by Amber McBride. It's magical realism about a hoodoo girl practitioner and a Navajo guy on a magical road trip in verse. I'm about to go look this up because that's
wow. That has a lot, but it's intriguing.
Yeah. Priory was my first prompt. Also, Kendra and I are in the same book club, so that's why we were both reading it. I'm amazed that you guys were able to get that done in like during a readathon.
Yeah.
It was a long one.
Yeah, that's a chunky book.
Yeah. Yay, Sprint. Hi, Bree. Welcome. My cat Olive eats like a dog. She yells for food constantly. Oh my god. So we have opposites then, the inverse. Hey, Bree. I'm so behind on my reading journal. Yeah, it's just a constant, like, perpetual state.
Yeah, I took a break this month from mine.
I know. I think I accidentally also took a break again. I might, like, go back and do some of, like, the tracking ones, but suddenly it's, like, 2 or 3 weeks into July. Like, I really just blinked in July. It's almost done.
I feel like July just flew by. I don't know how we got here.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm currently maintaining 5 journals, and I have no idea how I'm doing it. I also have no idea.
Yeah.
When you figure it out, let me know, because I need that skill. Doggies, we want all the doggies. Me too. I feel like my dog is going to be the star of my reading vlog I'm doing for the readathon. Yes. We love dog cameos.
For sure.
Only 3 journals for me. Dang. So cool.
I can't even maintain 1. You guys are here putting me to shame with 3 and 5.
It's impressive. I've never read Rick Riordan, but apparently he went to my elementary school. Sweet flex. That is so impressive.
That is really impressive.
I'm on Team 1, so I read about 100 pages of it before the start. Oh, smart. Steph, are you reading all day too? Sundays are good days for that. I will soon merge my work bullet journals into one when I quit my real job, but for now it's easier to keep them separate. I like it. Sounds very organized. I've been trying, especially because I'm feeling a slump. That's the worst when you feel it coming on. Then you're like, is it me? Is it the book? Is it like my life? Am I burning out? And then you spiral, or is that just me? Just me? Anyways.
I don't think it's just you. I was trying to think, I'm like, what do I do when I feel a reading slump coming on? Because I think that month that I read The Luminaries, I was like, this is gonna be a slump. I know it's gonna be a slump. And I had to just pick a book that I was like, this is gonna be amazing, whatever it is. It has to be amazing, otherwise I can't recover.
True.
So I go to my faves.
Any animal cameos for vlogs, and I'm like, where do I sign up? Exactly. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Click.
I feel like if you have a pet, they must feature in your vlog at some point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, mandatory. Sorry, I don't make the rules.
For sure.
Don't feel the slump, avoid it at all costs. I think it's funny we even have a name for a reading slump because I feel like normal people just call it not feeling like reading. Exactly. Yes. Yes.
We are not normal people.
Normal people. Which is also like valid, you know, like I feel like we shouldn't be putting pressure on ourselves to read if we are not feeling it. And yet that's like such a thing in the community all the time.
Yeah.
Whenever I feel a slump, I pick up a middle grade or a thriller. Yeah, middle grade is usually my cheat code, or a graphic novel or an audiobook.
Yeah, I feel like audiobooks for me, or a book by an author that I know I like would grab at any point. Like I have those types of authors.
Yeah.
I feel like thrillers work well for me personally when I'm feeling slumpy.
Nice. Just because they're like faster paced.
Yeah, and I don't have to like think about them so hard. They're kind of more like a surface level read for me, so it's not like no big brain activity has to happen. Because I'm not
brain activity only.
I'm just letting it happen to me.
Yeah. I feel like that's romance books for me, but I usually listen to them as audiobooks, but I feel like they're very fast paced. Like most of them are 5 to maybe 10 hours long. So it's like you can get through it quickly and it's usually entertaining.
Yeah, anything I can get through quickly is good for a slump.
True. Yeah, it's like I just want to cross something off my list. I think forcing to read when you're not in the mood is worse.
Oh, for sure.
I'd agree. My go-to is the smuttiest book I can get on Kindle Unlimited. Yes. little smut will cure you right up. I read romance when I feel a burnout coming. I feel like it's so moralized, like there's something wrong with not wanting to read 24/7. Yeah, I want us to like break out of this as a collective community because like I don't want to make my hobby into a chore or something I grow to resent, you know?
Right.
Thrillers are the best for slumps. After this readathon, my first read will be On a Sunbeam. I love On a Sunbeam. I just read that, I think, last month or maybe the end of May.
I have it out in the library right now. Very excited for it.
It's so good. It made me feel so accomplished too, kind of like what we were just saying, because it's a graphic novel, but it's like 500 pages. So you finish it, and you're like, yeah, I just read 500 pages in like 2 hours. I try to keep a sequel I'm excited for on my shelf when I feel a slump coming on. That's pretty smart, actually.
That is a very good strategy, I do have to say.
Let's see. When should we do our first sprint? At like maybe 55?
Sure.
Whenever I'm in a slump, I always read thrillers. I feel like I'm going to go back into a thriller moment. I read like a couple and then I haven't read any since then. But I want to. That's not true. I just read The Silent Patient, which was like kind of a thriller.
I am such a chicken. Thrillers don't work for me because I would literally just sit up all night being paranoid. Like it just doesn't work. I'm a big chicken.
I really thought that was going to be me, and that's why I was scared to try them.
I get
but as long as I read them in daylight or under like a cozy blanket or snuggling my dog.
And I feel like they're not scary in the same way that like horror movies are scary. Like they're just kind of more suspenseful and like you don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah. I didn't realize that before. I thought it was all the same.
Yeah. I get it. Like I'm such a like I already have difficulties turning off my brain at night. So I'm like, anything that's going to cause any level of suspense or like make my mind just go, I'm just like, nope, 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 nope. I need to be able to shut down. And it's not gonna happen.
Yeah, no anxiety.
No, I can't take it.
I do a favorite reread when I'm feeling slumpy.
Ooh, what's your favorite to go to?
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, do you have like a comfort book? Like I have like comfort movies that I always watch when I'm sad, but I don't feel like I have a comfort book that I always reach for when I'm in like a similar mood, you know?
I'm not a big rereader, honestly.
I reread some things, but I feel like I reread plays more often than I reread novels. But I guess like a comfort reread for me would be like Rebecca, because I feel like I can read that book over and over again.
I still want to read that. I think I want to read that this fall, and just in your honor.
It's one of those books I literally think I could read every fall, and it would be like epic every time.
Isn't Rebecca like a classic thriller?
That's what I was gonna say.
They call it romantic suspense, but it's also from like the 50s, so it's not the same.
Mm-hmm.
Thankfully.
Jess is like, shuffling cards.
It's thankfully not as terrifying as I think some of the more recent ones are. I think the only thriller, like recent thriller I've attempted was Night Film, and I couldn't get through it.
Oh yeah,
that's like a psychological one.
Yeah, that one I couldn't get through.
And it's a little slow, honestly, but I liked it. Overall.
I have like a signed copy from when I worked in book publishing. I'm like, what the heck am I supposed to do with this thing? Because I will never read it.
Shoot.
I got through like maybe 75 pages and was just like, no.
Have a thriller moment. It's coming. I can feel it. It's like
thriller moment.
I go in waves, and I know it's coming.
No, I just have the song stuck in my head.
I get in specific moods, and I shift my reading for a video. Yeah, I feel like that comes with the territory, especially having this great idea for a video, and you're like, yes, I'm gonna read these 4 books, and then you read the first one, and you're like, well, now I'm not in the mood anymore. What do I do?
It's a struggle.
It is.
Hi, Sid. Welcome to the party.
Hi.
What are the rules for pulling extra cards? I mean, there aren't any. Like, you can pull as many as you want, really.
Or as few.
Or as few, yeah. It just, you can't submit them until you've completed them. So there's no penalties for, like, not completing any. If that makes sense, let me know if that makes sense, Jesse. But you could pull as many as you want and DNF as much as you want. I've read so many thrillers lately between Summerween, and also I've picked up 56 Days and You for this one. Sounds fun.
You is that one that they turned into the Netflix show, right?
Oh, You? I think so.
Yeah.
With what's his name from Gossip Girls, the original?
Oh, yeah. Penn Badgley.
Yes, him. Dan Humphrey.
Dan Humphrey. I literally watch horror movies before bed. That's because you're savage, Savannah.
Yeah, no.
You are my horror baddie.
Sav the Savage.
Yeah, change your handle. You're Sav the Savage now. I've been in such a thriller horror book mood, but I don't want to read all of my books because I want to save them for October.
Yeah, that's fair.
Makes sense. It's probably more recently Cerulean Sea, but overall the Night World series.
Those are the favorites, I think, right?
Was
that question?
For rereads.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Rebecca is my comfort reread, and Song of Achilles, the end specifically, is my go-to cry reread.
Oh, I was going to say, how is that a comfort reread?
I can relate to this, though.
That's like trauma.
I just want to be sad.
My comfort movies are almost exclusively movies that'll make me cry. Like, I don't know what it is. It's something cathartic about it, but so I can relate to this.
I can see that.
So it is the time, and
Yes.
otherwise I don't think I will ever catch up to this, or we'll be here forever. What length are we feeling? Do we want to do 30 minutes? Longer?
I think 30 minutes sounds good.
30?
Works for me.
Okay, let me share my screen. Okay, oh, why is it being weird? I don't know. I'll figure it out, but we will see you in approximately 30 minutes. Hello.
Hi.
How did we do?
I'm at like 15% into Cersei now, so we're moving.
Nice.
How about
What about
you?
you, Jess?
Well, I'm still listening to my podcast. I read so much yesterday that I'm kind of like, I don't feel like reading today.
Yeah, take a break.
Which podcast is it? Did you say?
No, I'm listening to Gymcastic, which is like a gymnastics podcast. They're talking about their like Olympic predictions and stuff. I love gymnastics, so I'm really into it.
I love it.
What about
I
you,
got a
Noelle?
little bit more. I read like one chapter of my graphic novel, but most of that sprint I was like finishing up some work. But now I can fully read during the next sprint.
Yay! I was playing stupid games on my phone while I listened to the
Well, that's the best
audiobook.
thing to do.
That's the
Yeah,
best.
just
I
very
just, like,
mindless
obsessively
games.
do the Sudokus or play Candy Crush, and I'm listening to audiobooks.
Yeah, I have like a game called Two Dots that I'm like obsessed with. I'm like level 35 or something. And so I was doing that, and then when I lost lives, I went over to one of the stupid like New York Times games that they have at the bottom of their page that I'm also addicted to.
I love this. It's like a coloring app. I think it's called Happy Color or something. And that is like gives me way too much serotonin for like a free coloring app. Yeah, it's called Happy Color.
I feel like I might have that one.
I love it.
I-
The icon is like a little rose.
Yes, I definitely have that one.
hmm
It's great.
I love that silly app. The other one that I love is called Gardenscapes, and it's like kind of a knockoff of Candy Crush, but it's like a match 3 game, and then when you win levels, you like get stars, and with stars you can like get cute things for this garden that you're like refurnishing. That's not the right word. You're like fixing up this fancy ass garden. It's another game that I love. Those are like my like audiobook. I'm ready to not think about anything but still have a good time apps.
Yeah, it's great. If I don't do something actively when I listen to an audiobook, there's a very good chance I'll fall asleep.
Yes, me too.
That happens to me all the time, and it's always when I forget to put on the sleep timer.
Yes.
So I'll
And
like
so when you wake up,
and go, you finished your audiobook.
You're like,
Damn
no,
it.
I didn't. When was the last point I like remember?
no.
You're just scrolling back. Where did I go?
Let's see where I left off here. Somewhere around here, maybe? Sap the Savage. I just realized I also need to read Truly Devious and Shadow of Self. Sequel to Alloy of Law. Planning to pull 2 more cards. Oh, perfect. I hope that works out for you. I pulled an extra card in my vlog because I was planning on doing just 1 card at a time. And I was like, well, I'm going to pull another one and hope that it'll work for one of the many audiobooks I have out from the library. Didn't work. None of them fit. I was like, well, I played myself.
Oh well. Womp,
Yeah.
womp.
Gotta ask book of the month. I think this is 56 days.
Okay.
I think that's what they were talking about. Hi, Stacia. We just finished up our sprint.
Hi.
Oh, I just jumped around. Okay. Hello. Joining in the next one. Amazing. I finished The Martian just as the sprint ended. Perfect timing. That's what we like
That's
to
the
hear.
great feeling.
23 pages of The Appeal. 30 pages of The Swallows.
Awesome.
I heard that's an excellent read. 20 pages. I'm having trouble jumping into Witch Shadow. Interesting. Another 30 pages of Leviathan Wakes. I have
You're
80
so
pages to go.
close.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, you're
So
going to knock
close.
that one out. Joined late, so I only read 5 pages.
That's
Cool,
okay.
cool. Gonna read The Dragon Republic. Oof. I haven't read the series, but
That's the Poppy
Something
Wars
good.
series, right?
yeah. I read 30 pages of Sisters of the Snake.
Ooh, fun
45
name.
pages left of Trials of Apollo. You're gonna finish that too.
So many people are going to finish books during this sprint.
I know. I think I want to do another like points update tomorrow morning because there's been so many submissions this weekend, and I'm sure like with us doing sprints, we might get a few extras finished in there. So I think you heard it here first. I think I'm going to post another one tomorrow. I'm working on a paper for homework. Hopefully I'll finish that soon and start reading.
Very responsible of you.
I like it. Yeah. You got to eat your vegetables before your dessert. I love Two Dots.
Yay!
I usually listen to audiobooks and podcasts.
Yes. I'm kind of addicted, but I got stuck on a level for forever. And so I got mad at it and didn't touch it for like a month. I was like, you suck. But now I'm back.
That's cool. That happens to me. Yeah, that happens with Gardenscapes too, because you have like limited lives. So if you get stuck on a level, it's like, well, this is the worst. Now I just have to do the same level forever.
Yeah, it's the worst, but it's okay. I survived.
Rise here, hello.
Hi.
Gardenscapes is my favorite. Yes, this game is like, I don't know what kind of drugs they put into that game, but it's like so fun and like relaxing and addictive.
I would do ads for it all the time, and so I finally caved and I was like, I'm just gonna download this, and it's actually like surprisingly really cool and fun.
Which one is it?
Gardenscape.
Oh, you saw the ads for it.
Yeah.
I feel like I see ads for it too. Now I need to actually
I feel like it's very different than what the ads are.
It is like surprisingly fun. Like a lot of the games that you see ads for, you're like, who plays this?
Yeah.
But it's like, I actually love it, unironically. I use Happy Color and I love it. Yes, I have been addicted to, this is very niche, I recognize, but there's like a section in Happy Color where you can like pick the type of like coloring pages you want to do. And there's a mystery section, so you don't know, and it's like a paint by numbers thing for all of the colors they give you.
I don't think I've ever done that one.
It's literally my new obsession. Like the picture slowly appears as you color in all of the different color sections. And I just didn't finish. I listened to so much of The Nightingale yesterday because I was just plowing through mystery coloring pages like a huge dork.
Love it. I love that for you.
I play this Disney emoji game. It's like Bejeweled when I listen to audiobooks. I forgot how fun Bejeweled is.
From the past, man.
Yeah, right? I feel oddly old. I play Solitaire. Love Solitaire.
Solitaire is so good. Classic.
I like following along with audiobooks. I just started doing this like a couple months ago with some of my audiobooks that I had like physical books for. I feel like it's like a whole immersive experience.
Yeah, I've done it with a few.
You can listen to the audiobook faster when you do that too. And I put it on like 3 times speed, and I feel like I'm like just blasting through things.
Yeah. The efficiency. I love Solitaire, but not when I'm listening to an audiobook. That's true. I feel like I need my whole brain. I hate when I fall asleep to an audiobook and then wake up to a key plot point and have no idea how I got there.
Yeah. Not gonna lie, that happened to me with Cersei earlier this morning. Like I fell asleep, and I must have been out for like a half hour, 45 minutes, and then she's talking. I'm like, wait, what happened? Where did it? What? It's very disorienting. I didn't like it.
Yeah, that's how I know. I'm like, oh, I must have fallen asleep and not realized that I fell asleep.
Yeah, exactly. And I was like, I don't know how we got here at all.
Hello?
Hi.
I have fallen asleep to a Sarah J. Maas audio, and my roommate heard one of the spicy parts. That is, I can imagine. If I feel. What do you feel? Just got here reading Flush. Oh, I may end up falling asleep, so if I go quiet, you know what happened.
Please go to sleep, Kendra.
This is dedication. Just joined reading How to Avoid a Climate Disaster by Bill Gates. Sounds like a good one. Pulled 4 of Cups and The World. I think they'll both work. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. Look at you. Buy a lottery ticket. I honestly downloaded all the games on ads. It's a problem. And also the reason why I have no space on my phone. I used to do this like in high school when I got like my first, like, do you remember iPod Touch before smartphones were like really a thing? I had an iPod Touch and I would just like, that was like my nightly routine. I would just scour the App Store and download any and all of the free games and I would test them all out. It was, I got a little crazy about it. It's like, it was one of the best games.
I definitely had the iPod Touch, but I had the video one when it came out. And I'm like, I don't know why I got this thing. I think I put one movie on it the entire time I had it. But I was one of those like ridiculous people who every time a new iPod came out, I wanted it for Christmas. So for like a few years, that was my Christmas gift, just new iPods.
That was my brother, I remember. That was always what he wanted. And my parents were like, well, your last one works fine, but like, okay, like, if you, like whatever, I guess, if that's really what you want. Happy Color is honestly amazing. I love the interior and the food one. Yes, but the food ones make me hungry.
Yes, those are the ones that I like too, and I definitely end up needing food afterwards.
Yeah.
Never fails.
This new emoji is awesome. I'm gonna check that one out. Oh my god, I love Minesweeper. Like, I fully love Minesweeper.
That was like the game. Forever.
Yes, I went through a whole, like, when I was a kid, I remember playing on, like, Windows 95 and not knowing what was going on, just clicking. And then I finally learned how to play and also got addicted.
There was that pipe game, too. I used to really like that one. And I could, like, visualize it, but I have no idea what that game was called. But
oh my god, you just unlocked something in my memory.
That one and the pinball machine one. Those two were, like, the ones that I would play on my computer.
Yes.
Those were my faves.
Oh my god. What was that pipe game?
I feel like I'm going to need to find a version of it online somewhere and play it just for, like, nostalgia's sake. After this.
Oh my god. That's funny. I completely forgot about that until now. That happened to me during Evelyn Hugo, and I got a pretty big spoiler.
Oh no.
That sucks. I'm too hot. It's warm here, and we don't have air conditioning. Yeah.
Oh no.
I also don't have air conditioning, which has been really fun in the Californian heat wave the last couple weeks.
How do you live in California and not have air conditioning? How does that work?
It's usually fine. Like, I live in like kind of like a remote like country area of California. Okay. It's usually pretty breezy. There's like maybe 2 months a year where we kind of have to like, you know, open the windows at night and close everything up in the morning and like keep it nice and cool. But, you know, like last week it was 115, so that was bad news bears.
Yeah, no, that's not okay.
I fell asleep during one of Jess Owen's sprints because it started at 4:30 a.m. and I wasn't actually ready to be awake. That is valid.
I don't know if I could. I'm an early person, but even 4:30 for a reading sprint for me, don't know if I could do it. Don't know.
It was just over at Books and Jams Live. She ended, and I saw you were live, and I was like, yes.
Bless you,
welcome.
Jess.
Thank you.
I'm currently in love with a game called Up 9 and another one called Dragon Merge. I'm literally, next time we sprint, I'm about to go to the App Store.
Yeah, I need to find out what all these games
are. Like downloading the
all the games.
Do you mean Flappy Bird? No, that one had pipes, but there was like this like ancient game on like Windows 95 or 2000 or something.
And the like water was it blue or am I remembering it as green? Like there was
I
something
don't.
weird.
It was like I have very vague memories of this game. It like feels like the Twilight Zone or something that you just opened up for me. Was
It's like
this real?
such an ancient game. Like I feel like it's one of those like old DOS programs,
Mm-hmm.
and it was just magic. And like you had to race to build the pipes with all the different, like you had like L-shaped pipes and the like cross pipes, and you basically had to build a pipe line so that you wouldn't flood the place or something. Like I need to look up this game during my next sprint. I will look it
Why
up.
is this like now coming back to me? I feel like
I'm searching it right now. Wait.
like,
Share my
like I
screen
don't
because
remember the name of this.
we need to all experience this together.
Yes, if you find it,
is it Microsoft Windows Entertainment Pack Pipe Dream?
Maybe the Pipe Mania ones look vaguely familiar because I was just asking about green.
I'm pretty sure I played a similar game on like the Barbie website or something, and it was like a hamster, and you had to build the hamster cage so you could like get through the whole thing. Same concept though.
This is it.
I don't think I've ever played this version.
This was it.
This is like
told you it's like some old DOS thing, but this is
I feel
exactly
like I'm
it.
going through a portal right now or something.
See, and it was green. I was right. The water was green.
Wow. Look at I don't know if this is my internet or this is actually the quality.
I'm pretty sure that was the quality.
This is that Windows 95 quality. Wow.
I remember this game so much.
Oh my God.
This was like the thing that I would play when I was bored.
I would also watch this is even more niche, the Windows Pipe screensaver.
Yes.
I would just sit there and stare. Like me at 7 years old, I would just like become hypnotized by the pipe screensaver.
I can see that happening. That was great. I had a teacher that would make the mistake of putting that as the screensaver for the class computer, and we were like, why would you do that? Because all of us would get distracted by it at different points throughout the day.
Yes. I understand you. Also, no AC in this lovely California weather. Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Meanwhile, I'm the baby that has lived in AC this entire weekend.
Well, you're on the east with like humidity, though.
Yes, I
would really
am.
perish if I had to deal with humidity.
Yeah.
I'm always on U.S. time. I need to move there. There are pros and cons, you know? It depends.
I feel like I'm on West Coast time because I have so many friends on the West Coast.
Mm-hmm. I'm an early riser, but randomly woke up and saw she had a sprint going, so I decided to join. Nice.
Yeah, I'm usually up around 5:30. 4:45 would be pushing it for me.
Did anyone play the other bird game? What is it called? Where you're
Tiny Wings?
Tiny Wings. Yes, I loved Tiny Wings.
I feel like I know this game, but I don't
still
know that
have
I
it on my
played.
phone.
Oh my God. I'm going to go on such an app game binge.
Yes, definitely. Okay, now it's
So
all
you're
coming back to me.
That game too.
Yeah.
All coming back to me now.
Game.
Yeah, that was a fun game too. I had to give me some goldfish. I have my extra toasted Cheez-Its.
I have goldfish in here.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
It was really nice with my seltzer.
Sour Patch Kids.
Oh yeah.
It has a mystery flavor in it, and I've been trying to figure out what it is, and I can't, for the life of me, figure it out.
What color is it? Is it like a different color?
They make it. Let me see if I can grab. They make it clear.
Oh.
So.
Whoa.
It's clear, and they give you a clue, and I'm like, this clue makes absolutely no sense unless you are a Sphinx. So I haven't been able to figure it out. A movie villain, a mysterious smile, a part of this kid is very versatile. Like, what are you talking about?
That is cryptic.
Yeah. So, but
have you tried it? What are the flavor notes?
I keep thinking it's like some sort of berry type thing. But
Okay.
I don't know. But it says if you guess the mystery flavor, you get a chance to win $50,000. So I've been trying to figure this out. But that is the clue.
That's gonna be something super obvious then, I feel like.
No. So I feel like it's something that has like a nail polish name. Like, you know, none of them make actual sense.
Oh yeah.
I'm just like, I haven't. It's been bugging me all day.
That's weird.
I'm in LA and I've only turned on my AC once this summer. I'm originally from San Francisco, so the concept of AC is very new.
That is so crazy to me. I have my AC on like 10 months out of the year.
AC all summer long. I live in it.
Oh yeah. I mean, when I lived in the Midwest, it was like always because of the humidity. Yeah. But like out here, I mean, it's always dry. Like humidity's not a thing. So unless it's like unbearable, I mean, well now in this place I don't have an option. But for the most part, it's like, no, it's like fine. I'll just sit in this. Try Where's My Water? It's the same as the game you're talking about. Oh, like a new version of the pipe game?
Ooh.
Giving me such a list of games to go try.
I know.
Live on the West Coast. I'm on the East Coast. I'm on East Coast time, but live on the West Coast. Why was it so hard?
You're the reverse. You're the inverse of me because I live on the East Coast and I feel like I'm West Coast time.
Oh, I was thinking of Angry Birds. Oh, that's the other bird game.
Yes. All the Angry Birds.
I remember being in like my first year of college and my like math professor was like, oh, you don't think math is cool? You don't think math is lucrative? Well, some guy made an entire game out of parabolas and now there's movies and merch and it's $1 million idea, parabolas. So math is cool. And all of us like 18-year-old kids in like math class were like, okay, dude. Like what?
Someone's just bitter. That sounds like Professor was bitter that he didn't come up with the parabola game himself.
That's exactly the vibe we all got. We were like, no, like you seem like you're projecting.
For sure.
Should make myself a snack. Or dinner. Both. I'm like always snacking. I'm just such a grazer. Ooh, lemonade flavor?
Ooh, maybe. That could make sense. But what would they call it? Because it's not simply lemonade.
Right, it would be something. I don't think I have had this.
I have not had Kool-Aid in so long.
I know.
Yeah, I haven't either.
I had my heat on 365 days a year in San Francisco. It's always between 55, 65. Never even had AC. That sounds about right.
I would never put my heat on unless it was like below freezing outside.
Yeah.
I hate being hot. It's like my least favorite thing in the world.
Yeah. We have a very set time when we turn on heat.
Mm-hmm.
I am in Oceanside, and this is the first time living without AC. Both me and my dogs are not having it at all.
Oh, no.
It is an adjustment.
Yeah, for sure.
Your snacks look weird to me. That's fair. Ooh, lemon berry.
Ooh.
That's a good guess.
But is that a movie villain?
Lemonade. That would be like my stripper name. Like, this is going in the idea. I'm gonna have to rethink that one.
Yeah.
Don't want to get
that would be awkward.
They'll be like, wow, lemonade. And I'm like, no, I just oh god.
Oh my god.
I had to grab my Truly strawberry lemonade. I am drinking the Truly fruit punch pack. This is like the fruit punch
I got
one.
those too. I saw them on TikTok and they're really good. The only one I haven't
absolutely
tried
I
yet
should
is
try them
the tropical
still.
one. But I think they have
Yeah.
like the least aftertaste and like go down the easiest of all the seltzers I've had.
I really like the lemonades too. Like the Truly lemonades are, I think, still my favorite. But I like the punch ones. I don't discriminate on my seltzers, to be honest.
Yeah, I pretty much drink a seltzer whenever, but I definitely like the punch ones. They're good.
Mm-hmm. Potential, yes. Okay, should we sprint again? How did we feel about 30 minutes?
Sounds
I
good
might
to
actually
me.
hop off because it's getting late for me and I have to be at work in the morning. So I think
Sounds
I'll
good.
be here for a little while.
midnight. But thank you guys for having me and
Bye,
right.
Jess.
Thanks for
hope you have a
coming,
good
Jess.
rest of your night. Thank you.
All right.
Bye everyone.
See ya.
Bye. And then there were two.
And then there were two. Right. The swords and the pentacles.
Me on West Coast time. So I'm like, the night is still young. Plus,
Right.
I'm
It's only
11.
7:50.
Yeah, it's only 11 here. But I'm on vacation, so I have nowhere to go tomorrow.
Amazing. I'm thinking another 30 minutes. Does that sound good?
Yep, sounds good to me.
Cool.
We'll probably go get another drink. Thirsty.
Let me share. Feeling a little parched.
A little.
All right. We will see you in 29 minutes.
Alrighty.
Hello.
Hi.
I got sucked into my book.
That's good. Are you still on the graphic novel?
I was back to listening to The Nightingale because I downloaded that game Up 9 that Stasia was talking about, and now I'm also addicted. So, good times.
I was playing more of 2 Dot.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. Also addictive.
I know. I just love a good, mindless but not too mindless game.
Mm-hmm.
Makes me feel like I'm being productive with my leisure time, which is toxic, but I do it anyways.
Yeah, I definitely feel that urge to always feel some sort of productivity going on.
Mm-hmm. It is constant. White Claw is kind of meh compared to Truly. I think I'd probably agree. Making a cocktail while deciding what to eat. That's what responsible adults do on Sunday nights. Couldn't agree more.
I like this for you. I like this for you a lot.
2 of us and everyone that is watching, yes. Also, Rachel's here. Hello.
Hi.
Currently reading The Poppy War.
Okay, so we have 2 people in here reading Poppy Wars, the series.
Mm-hmm. I don't know how Kendra is still awake, but I appreciate it.
Kendra continues to blow my mind on a regular basis.
Yes. This sprint, I took a shower and read absolutely nothing hard.
That's okay.
Love it. A little self-care Sunday night.
Mm-hmm.
Had to take the little one to bed during the sprint, but got 15 pages in at the end. Very nice. I read the first 22 pages of Malibu Rising, and then I made dinner. I've been hearing so much buzz about it, and
I have too.
I'm sure I will read it eventually.
I think Katie from over at Katie Reads and Rants finished it in the last couple of days.
Do you know if she liked it or not?
I think she did. I feel like I would remember if she hated it. She probably would have ranted to me about it.
Right. Yes, that is the brand.
So I was just like, I think so. But she reads so many books at any given time that it's very hard to differentiate sometimes.
Yeah.
So she read like 30 books last month. And I'm just like,
what a monster.
Just like
ridiculous.
I don't have that stamina.
Right. I'm actually going to go try to get some sleep. Thank you for hosting. It's 4:30 in the morning.
Oh, go sleep.
Good night. Go to sleep. Thank you for reading with us.
Yes.
Wow. Good times.
Such dedication.
What are you reading? I forgot.
I'm reading Circe right now. So I'm just under a quarter of the way through right now.
Nice.
Yes. I didn't realize the beginning was really kind of like an origin story of how like she ends up being where she's supposed to be for the Odyssey.
Right.
So that was interesting.
I liked Malibu Rising, but not quite up there with Evelyn Hugo. 4 stars for me.
I still need to read Evelyn Hugo, but I'm very scared because it's so hyped. I'm like, what if I hate this book? I have a brand of hating the books that everyone loves, so I'm just kind of...
I know. I have been currently reading Evelyn Hugo since the middle of May, and I don't even think I'm less than 100 pages into it. I think.
Wow.
That's why? It's just not what I reach for, but I'm sure it's good. I'm sure it's good.
Yeah.
I'll get around to it one of these days.
It was one of those books that I was always like, ooh, the cover is so pretty, but then never actually picked it up to buy it for myself. So, I don't know.
Yeah. Good night, Kendra. I love TJR and books set near my home, so I expect to enjoy Malibu Rising. Yeah, that sounds like a good combo.
Mm-hmm, for sure.
just finished reading, and I finished Alloy of Law. Nice.
Excellent.
This is a big one. I didn't love Evelyn Hugo. I think I gave it 3.5 stars. Okay.
I feel like I saw someone else who was in the Tarot Readathon. They read it, and I think they might have given it 3 stars. So I'm trying to remember who it was. I have to double check.
Oh, hello. I'm
Hi.
reading Prince. Almost finished. It's so good. I've heard this is really good. I just don't know if I want to read a pandemic book.
Yeah.
Yet. But I have heard like pretty much glowing reviews.
Yeah, same here.
Evelyn Hugo took me a while in the beginning as well, but then I blasted through the last 2/3 in a night, and it was amazing. Okay.
So slow to start. Okay.
Gives me hope.
I think it's good to know if a book has a slow build. Because sometimes you're like, is this book ever going to pick up? And if the beginning of it is just too slow, you're like, nope, I'm done for it. But if other people are like, no, wait, it gets better. I'm like, okay, I'll hang in there.
Yeah.
I'll hang in there for a little while longer.
I finally read Evelyn Hugo this year after owning it forever because I was scared of the hype. I did love it, though. Okay. I felt very neutral about it until I really loved it. It's the LGBT plus rep that did it for me. Yes.
Okay.
Circe was my disappointing book for this year. So hyped, and I was bummed. Uh-oh.
So far, I'm enjoying it, but I feel like it's still so early in the book that who actually knows. But it is one of those that I think I've avoided it for this long because it has been so hyped for so long.
It is hyped. Like I really liked it. I think I gave it 4 stars. I'll have to go and check. It just was such a different style of storytelling. It didn't feel like it had like a beginning, middle, and end how like most novels do. It just felt like a story of her life.
Yeah, it definitely
which was really
reads
cool.
like a memoir.
Yeah.
At this point.
I have to peace out for tonight. Thank you for the sprints. Bye, Sav. Thank you for coming out. Oh no, I have Circe on my shelf. It's a fun time. Like it's still good. It is just one of those where it's like, it's pretty hyped.
Mm-hmm.
But I did still enjoy it.
I know I have a friend who's like a classics major, and they absolutely hated both Madeline Miller books.
Really? Isn't Madeline Miller like a classics professor?
I thought so. I don't remember her background, but I just know that this friend of mine like studied classics as an undergrad, and I think they were like getting their PhD at the time that Song of Achilles came out, and she went on so many rants about it. And I was just like, I've never read it, so don't spoil it for me.
You're like, la.
Yeah, this is like, I can't hear you.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Oh man.
So.
I think it's still worth a read though. But it is sometimes books get to that level where it's like, okay, now I'm scared. Like now everyone is just loving this, and I'm worried. I apparently am okay with pandemic books because I've read both Station 11 and 56 Days this year, and I enjoyed both. Well, there you go. You know, maybe that's your thing.
That's fair.
I have no interest in Evelyn Hugo. Hollywood star with 7 husbands. Snooze fest in my head. That is fair. I love rich people drama, so it seems like something I would like. Yeah. Just because I'm nosy, I like to know people's business. Another one of my toxic traits. You know, if we're getting real on a Sunday night, that is one of them.
That's fair. What's it? Elizabeth Taylor had like 7 husbands or something.
Oh, let's see.
I'd have to look it up. She did marry Richard Burton like 2 or 3 times at least. So she might not have had 7 husbands, but she might have been married 7 times. I would have to look it up. When I know she had a bajillion marriages.
Wait, I typed in Elizabeth Taylor husbands, and the suggested result was Elizabeth Taylor husbands in order. Elizabeth Taylor husbands list. Oh my god, it is 7.
I was right. I love classic Hollywood trivia.
Conrad Hilton, 1950. Michael Wilding, 1952. Mike Todd, 1957. Eddie Fisher, 1958.
Who she stole from Debbie Reynolds.
Richard Burton, John Warner, Larry Fortensky.
Yes,
but
she married Richard Burton twice at least.
Wow.
Before he died. Yeah. But yeah, Richard Burton she married in 1964 and divorced in 1974, and then she married him in 1975 and then divorced him again in 1976.
I love it. I love it.
Jeez Louise.
I love that she has fewer children than husbands.
Yes.
That's good.
Man, oh man.
To be fair, it's not about the husbands. I mean, I guess that's true.
I don't even know if I know what the premise of the book is, to be quite honest.
It's this woman who's like kind of like she's like very famous, but is also kind of reclusive and doesn't really do any like interviews. So her life is like kind of shrouded in mystery, which just makes her like more famous. So at the like end of her life, she wants to do just this one interview, like expose on her life. And so she's kind of talking about
this sounds like an Elizabeth Taylor Greta Garbo mash up, because I'm pretty sure Greta Garbo was the one that was the recluse, or it might have been Marlene Dietrich. One of them. I can never remember. My brain is too late for me to process. I always think of
Betty Davis, but like
no, Betty Davis wasn't reclusive. It was one of the like. I'm pretty sure it was Garbo. I'm pretty sure, because I think she lived in New York and she was kind of like a hermit, especially towards the end of her life. But I would have to double check.
Let's see. That is a lot of husbands. I'm tired of just thinking about it. Honestly, yeah, that's some realness.
Yes. Accurate.
That is. Oh, I forgot to finish this one. It's kind of eerie how many things Severance got right as far as like the pandemic apocalypse goes. Yeah, that is what would freak me out a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm ready for that yet.
Yeah. Need a little more time, I think. I have finished my homework finally.
Yay! Time to read.
Amazing. Now you get to read. Hi, I just joined. Did I miss anything? We have done 2 sprints so far. Maybe one more. You want to do one more?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So we'll do one more sprint. That's what you have missed. And also some weird like throwbacks to the 90s computer video game.
Yep.
Yes, and the mystery is why she chose a somewhat junior, little-known reporter from a small magazine to share her life story with. Yeah, that is kind of a fun aspect too. I love like a mystery within a mystery, or like mysteries that you don't realize are mysteries. If that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that does.
She said she came up with the idea for Evelyn Hugo based off Elizabeth Taylor's romantic life.
Okay, I'm not completely off base then. So okay,
you're a genius.
Me and my classic Hollywood trivia. I'm really good at that stuff for whatever reason.
It's pretty good. I'm reading Keeper of the Lost City's Exile. Sweet.
I've never heard of that.
I think someone submitted that for the Tarot Readathon, so I at least have it in my brain recently.
Yeah. I feel like there were a few books that quite a number of people were reading. I feel like the Poppy Wars came up a lot Malibu Rising. I think Evelyn Hugo did too, actually. There were a few books that I saw a lot of them.
Let's see. I'm going to pull up the spreadsheet.
I'm like remembering people's TBRs and stuff.
Yeah.
Because Noelle has the math.
I've been having so much fun with this, with all of my data.
Better you than me.
Let's see. Oh, a lot of people submitted these Violent Delights. Survive the Night is like a new thriller.
I remember seeing that one.
There's been a lot of like manga and graphic novels, which is very smart for readathons. The Brown Sisters books.
Yeah. Oh, I do remember seeing quite a few of those.
Malibu Rising, quite a few times.
That just came out, right? Like in the last month or so?
I think so. I think it came out in June. Maybe May or June.
Okay.
Well, there's the Seven Husbands. Okay. Firekeeper's Daughter.
That cover is really pretty.
I do love that cover. Wow. A bunch of people are reading Priory of the Orange Tree, which just blows my mind.
Well, there's that book club that everyone keeps mentioning, so I think that might be part of it. I don't remember which book club it was, but I remember it got brought up during the reading sprint last weekend too.
Ooh, The Maidens is like another recent release.
That's by the same author of like The Silent Patient, right?
Yeah, which I just read last month and was pleasantly surprised by how much fun that was.
I'm pretty sure Katie read Maidens this month. I'm pretty sure.
These Violent Delights, the one by Chloe Gong, also had mention of a vaccine which felt close to home. Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that. I think Malibu Rising came out in late May. I pre-ordered it, but of course I'm only now reading it. Yeah, that's the story of my life too.
Yeah. I mean, but pre-orders are good for the author. Like, pre-orders are a big deal with helping them to get on the bestsellers list and get future book deals. Although I don't think that they have any issue. Considering.
Right. I'm sure TJR is doing just fine.
Yeah. Like, sure, that's not a problem.
I'm going to read Priory of the Orange Tree for Among Us Readathon. Oh.
I love hearing about all these readathons.
I
feel like I have so many things that I'm trying to accomplish in August, and I'm just like, there's so many readathons. It's going to be total Noelle energy for me in August.
Oh my god. It's so funny because like months ago in the spring, which feels like it's just yesterday, but it was like maybe March where I told Wes, my boyfriend, I was like, do not under any circumstances let me commit to any readathons in August, because at this point, like Annie and I were doing
the Linguathon
in April, and then we did the Star Wars Readathon in May, and then we did Studio Ghibli in June, and now we're doing the Tarot Readathon in July. And I was like, I simply won't. I can't. And then Annie reached out about the Avatar Readathon, and I was like, okay, like no hesitation. I'm like, yeah, okay, I'll do it. And then I was telling Wes when he got home from work that day, and he's like, but are you kidding? Like you said, under no circumstances. I was like, I know, but it's gonna be so much fun.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if the History Challenge one is coming back, which I feel like if it is, like it's gonna be announced in the next week or so. But then Jess has her Enneagram one.
Yes,
Enneagram.
I will be doing that one too.
And then you have the Airbender one, and then it's also Women in Translation Month.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, there's so many things. And then there's like always a book club book that I have to read and an Outlander book that I have to read. So I'm like, well then, how, like, basically August needs to be 2 times as long as it actually is.
Yeah, yes, please. Yes, but only for reading time. I don't want any extra time. Like, how do I just put myself into like a timeless bubble to get all of the reading done?
Yeah, it's like I need to do another one of these like reading retreat weekends for like a good 2 weeks in August just to get through everything.
Yes, yes. It's the book club for those of us who are Patreon members for Elizabeth Plant-Based Bride.
Oh. Okay, this makes sense.
TJR didn't need my help.
No.
But I still love pre-orders. Like, it just feels like Christmas morning or something because I always forget.
I always forget.
And then I get my pre-orders packages and I'm like, oh, what is this? What did I order 6 months ago that I forgot about? Yeah.
It's great.
Hi, Molly.
Hi.
Oh my gosh. What time is it? Are you up early? I'm impressed. Good morning. I'm doing the Enneagram one. I am team 1 because I'm type 1.
I am team 1 too.
Also going for 9 prompts because I'm 1 wing 9. Nice.
Oh, nice. I'm 1 wing 2.
Cool. I think that's what Jess is too.
Mm-hmm.
Or she
We're the same.
We're the same. Wow. I knew I liked you guys.
Yeah, I definitely type 1 AF.
Sometimes I think that's like when a 7 is like feeling like stressed out. That's like when we go to like unhealthy aspects of a type 1. And that's definitely true for me. Because when I'm like spinning out and I'm like stressing, then I will like organize myself down to the bone and like could like just stress myself out even more. And it's like, this isn't helping anyone. Why are we like this?
I like having so much structure in my life. I'm such a person, like a routine, which is why also like having a TBR has been really good for my reading because I have like a prescription of what I'm trying to accomplish for the month. So I'm really not as much of a mood reader. I will leave room to try to mood read a couple things, but usually I stick pretty close to my TBRs.
Yeah, I love it. I respect that. I love that you set a TBR and then you read that TBR. What is it like being better than everyone?
I am not better than anyone. But I just like, I think if I have too many choices, I freak out.
Mm-hmm.
Like that like puts me into a tailspin of like, well, what do I do? What do I decide? Like even packing to bring the books here. Like I packed the books that I had left on my July TBR, but then I was like, but I'm not accounting for any like mood reading books. Like what if I want a mood reading book? What I can't pack a mood read. Like that defeats the purpose of a mood read. And so it became a spiral.
Yeah. I've been there.
It was just like, this is such a bookworm problem. Like, how do you pack books for a trip?
No, I will say that I did practically force myself not to do a set TBR for July or like post a video about it because I was like, this is not healthy. Just read what you want and make it fit the prompts. And that's what we've been doing.
I think that's fair.
I've been trying to participate in more readathons this year. When is the Enneagram Readathon? I want to say it's the first 2 weeks of August.
Yeah, I think it's August 1st through 14th. I'm pretty sure. Jess has the video for, I think her video covers all of the prompts for the different teams. So if you check out her channel, Books Past Bedtime, you can find out more there.
Perfect. I am in on the Enneagram Readathon next month. There's been so many great readathons happening. Thank you guys for the awesome tarot readathon. I wish it was longer. It's been really fun. You know what? It's so funny because we talked about like what would be a good length, and I think we definitely could have done a month. Like I was worried about people losing steam. I guess we're only a week into it realistically, but I was worried that maybe like the host would lose steam, the Discord would lose steam, but I feel like everyone is still just chugging right along. So maybe if we do it again, we could do it longer.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's been really good to see how active the Discord channel has been as well.
Yeah.
Just like people sharing their TBRs and their decks and their different videos on their channel, or just chatting with their group in their little chat. So it's been awesome.
Totally. I love that people are like really excited about making it a community thing.
Mm-hmm.
The 7 in Noelle's 7 pages stands for the number of readathons Noelle is hosting at all times.
Yep.
Michael, you're right. You're right.
Basically.
It's like the TikTok trend that's like, it's a good joke. It's a great joke even. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
But yeah, I need you to stop anyways. I like getting pre-orders and also seeing the pretty covers. Dude, there's been just like such good covers this year.
Yeah, they really have.
Those graphic designers are doing the absolute most.
Mm-hmm.
I have work at 6. Oh my God.
Ooh.
Chug some coffee, my friend.
Lots of coffee.
4-wing 3 and a 4-wing 5.
Oh.
I love you 4s. My boyfriend is a 4 also, and it shows. Which is funny because we are so like yin yang in that way. We're like, I'm the 7 and I'm like, everything is rainbows. I'm such an optimist. Life is good. And then he's like literally like, hello darkness, my old friend, like all the time. So it's the duality.
Oh my God.
Yeah, we keep each other in check. It's definitely like an opposites attract kind of situation.
Mm-hmm.
An 8-wing 9, I'm going to have to check out this readathon.
Yeah, it's really cool because I think each Enneagram has 3 prompts and then also a like group read that they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure. So they're like, you have enough time to do it, I feel like, for the most part. But I don't think there's any doubling up allowed, if I remember rightly. I'm like totally plugging Jess's readathon because it's awesome.
I know, I'm stoked. The first 2 weeks of August, I'm like, don't ask me to hang out, don't ask me to do anything. Yeah. I'm reading for 2 readathons, and that's it. That's all I'm doing. I think the most one thing I've done recently is correct people in the Readathon Discord who tried to say their wing was a random number. Yes. That's like a newbie Enneagram thing too, because you want to say like, oh, my second highest number was 2 and I'm a 7, so I must be a 7-wing 2, which was like, well, logically, I guess, but technically no.
No.
I vote for a month next time too for the Tarot Readathon. It's been so fun. Okay.
Oh, we love it.
No.
I also love that you have people who are like really practiced with like tarot, and then you have people who are just interested in it and we're just generally curious, and that everyone has like found like a community there that's just like, let's show off our like tarot decks and recommend books and things that you can do. So that was nice because I did not realize there were so many of us in the book community.
Yes, maybe that's why it's been so fun, because everyone is like, oh my God, like my people.
Found our tribe. Found our tribe.
Me and the hubs are the same. He's a grump and I can find the positive in just about anything. Okay, I'm glad it's not just me. And yes, a month for the Tarot Readathon next time sounds great. Wow. I'm glad. This is much better than if you guys were like, this is too long. You should have just done 1 week, you know?
Yeah.
Perfect. Well, what time is it? Do we want to do one more sprint?
Yeah, let's do it.
Awesome. Okay. go back to my new addiction of this puzzle game.
Yeah, back to 2 dots for me while I listen to Cersei.
All right, we'll see you in 30.
Alrighty.
Hello, we did it.
Hello. We did.
How did it go?
It's good. I just hit 25% in the audiobook.
Ooh.
So I'm about 3 hours into it.
Wow.
How'd yours go?
I read nothing. I forgot that we're supposed to get together with a couple of our friends and do wine tasting tomorrow.
Ooh.
And I didn't book anything. So I was like panicked looking up where we can book for wine tasting. But it's fine. It's fine. That's my job. So I got us in a few places.
Awesome.
But that was a stressful moment there, but everything is fine. It's fine. She texted me right when we started the sprint and was like, hey, are we hanging out tomorrow? And I was like, yeah. What time those reservations are. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
Oh my goodness. Well, at least you found places.
I'm so organized. I'm a really good friend.
What a way to start a work week. Wine tasting on a Monday. That's bold. That's a bold choice.
Yes. Well, Monday is actually like my Saturday usually.
Oh, okay.
And my boyfriend's too. And my friend's boyfriend is a bartender, so he's also off Mondays. So usually that's like our party day.
That makes a lot of sense. Okay, that's fair.
Mm-hmm.
That is fair.
John, welcome. It is all good.
Hi.
We're having a great time.
We are.
Yay! The swallows. I will finish it tomorrow. Love that.
That's awesome.
I listened to more of you, 72% done, while trying to plan a pretty ambitious TBR for the Enneagramathon. Yeah. I feel like mine's going to be ambitious too.
Yeah, I need to figure that out still.
Oh my gosh, look at her go. I finished Severance, another win for Team Swords, and started a load of laundry. Adult goals. I should throw laundry in before I go to bed.
Adulting is lame.
I know. Man, I feel like I want to just spend my evening listening to more of the Nightingale and playing games on my phone.
You should. It's early enough there. It's early enough there. I will probably... I've been watching Harlot on Hulu, so I'll probably put on an episode of that and inevitably fall asleep. And then have to, like, replay that episode, because that's what I do. But I think that's my plan, because I have all of tomorrow to read. So hopefully I'll get a good chunk of Cersei done in the other book that I'm reading for the Tarot Readathon.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. So that's it. But yeah. Adulting is lame. Everyone should be on vacation.
No. That's rich for coming from you on your vacation. I want to be on vacation.
Everyone should take vacation. It's great. 11-hour workday is rough, though.
I know. I think that's going to be me on Tuesday. I saved all my clients to do on one day, which is going to be a good time. But it's fine. I can do it. Finished 777 pages of Little Women for 10 Pentacles. Let's go. First time
I have not read Little Women in a long time.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was that big.
I know. But good for you. Good for 10 Pentacles.
I'm always impressed by anyone who picks up a tome for a readathon.
Yeah, that would be like personally setting myself up for failure if I committed to like a book that large, thinking like confidently thinking like, yeah, I'm gonna read this.
Yeah.
No. Adulting is lame. We have taxes to pay and we're forced to work. Why wasn't I born a cat? Literally. Oh my god. So I work on the weekends. I work in a tasting room pouring wine, and I basically tell the same jokes again and again because they like land every time with these people that taste wine. And, one of my jokes, I'm like talking about like where these particular grapes were grown, and they're grown, just off of the coast. and they're basically looking at the ocean. They're planted on a beautiful cliffside. They have nice breezy days. And I'm like, oh, that's what I would want to be if I was a grape. And people always are like, that's so funny. Like,
I love this for
with
you.
me.
I love this for you, not gonna lie. Oh my god.
It's honestly a blast.
I remember those days waitressing.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like it was the same, like, describing this, because I worked at a Japanese restaurant. So it was like people asking me to describe what was in rolls all the time.
Yeah.
And it's like the only way to not bore yourself to tears was to find like creative ways to describe it.
Yeah. I mean, it's a certain like group of people. Like I always kind of know like which jokes can I tell to these people. And I love when I know that I can just tell all of my horrible dad jokes because that's fun for me. I'm like, I am subjecting you to all my worst jokes.
Dad jokes are great though. Like, let's be real. They're a
Agreed.
time.
I have started seeing private practice clients while being at my full-time job, but going to quit soon. Meanwhile, long work days and 6-day weeks. Yeah.
Ugh.
You know, that was me before I quit my office job. I was doing like my freelance clients and like regular 40, 50-hour weeks. And it was not sustainable, but I feel you.
I have the graphic designers I manage. A couple of them are like that as well. Like they'll work easily 60, 70-hour work weeks, and then they have freelance clients of theirs that they also do. And I'm just like, what? No, thank you. No, thank you. I appreciate the hustle, but no.
Service jobs and customer service are literally the worst. Props to anyone in those industries. Really it's I feel like I have the most like unicorn job where I am at this winery because I've never worked and I've been in every kind of service. I've done, barista, waitress, the works, and now I'm pouring wine. And it's like I've never worked anywhere where I wake up in the morning and I'm like, yes, I get to go to work today. Woo! Like, what? That doesn't happen. So
that is good. That is a unicorn situation.
Yeah. I'm like, I'm holding on to this very tightly.
You should.
As a therapist, preaching healthy boundaries and self-care, and then there's me not actually doing any of that myself. Oh, man.
I feel like I can relate. I always tell the graphic designers, I'm like, you guys, you need to set boundaries. Like, if someone's emailing you at 8:30, 9 o'clock at night, you don't have to respond until the next morning. Meanwhile, I'm the same one responding to work emails at like 2 a.m. And I'm just like, what is life?
Oh, gosh. Damn.
No, it's bad.
They can be absolutely the worst, but also can meet some cool people, and it makes you appreciate the people doing that job when you do go out. Oh my God, yes.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
Yeah.
I'm one of those, having worked as a waitress, I feel like I became a better tipper because I know how much like work goes into that job and how much crap you put up with. So I always tip well because I'm like, I appreciate you. I appreciate the fact that you're working these really long shifts and dealing with people treating you like garbage in a lot of cases.
Yeah. Yeah. It's also so funny when like I feel like I'm really like vibing with people that I'm like pouring wine to, because I have to really unlearn my like waitress habits where like when you waitress you like take the orders and you leave and you drop their food and you leave and you let them like enjoy their time and enjoy their meal. Yeah. And in wine they like want you to like hang out and ask about their life and talk to them and like you're like part of the experience. So I had to really learn that. But now it's like when people don't tip me, it's like, oh, what
but
did I do?
You didn't like me?
I know. I'm like, hey.
It's like, you didn't like me. Why?
I know. It is a fun job though. I'm like, I get to like talk to cool people about wine. Sign me up.
Are all the wines you're dealing with California?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's all local stuff. Okay, so we're like It's like a boutique winery, so we don't have our own estate. Like we don't grow our own grapes.
Okay.
Which is fun because the winemaker is like very fun and playful. And he's like, what if we made this obscure varietal? And now we have to find a vineyard in the area that grows that so we can buy those grapes from them and make that wine. So it's very different, but a lot of fun.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Taking your own advice when you need to is one of life's biggest struggles.
For sure.
I love scheduling emails to send later. Can't have people knowing I'm reachable at weird hours. Oh my god, that's
yes.
I do that too.
Yeah, I've been like trying to show my boss how great scheduled emails are because she's the reason I will be like sending emails at 2 a.m. because the two of us during our work day, like this last week leading up to my vacation, I checked and I literally spent 2.5 days of my 4-day work week because I was off Friday in meetings. So it's like, when are you actually supposed to get work done? And the answer is after work. So that's when the two of us are like emailing each other things and sending each other freak emails at ungodly hours. So I was just like, we can schedule these to arrive at like 8:30 in the morning. So I've been trying to do that. So I'm not like 24/7 available, but
yeah.
Oh man, adulting sucks.
Yes.
Why did we ever want to grow up? I don't understand.
I didn't ask for this. I just woke up one day and I was not
an adult
anymore.
Yeah, it's obnoxious.
I have gotten emails from my boss at like 3 a.m. Girl, get some sleep. She also brags about not liking sleep like an actual robot. That was the CEO like 3 or 4 jobs ago. And she would come in the next day and be like, I better not see any of you sending emails at 3 a.m. because # work-life balance, but like, I don't need sleep. And we're like,
yeah. I mean, I've never been one to require a ton of sleep, which is how I end up sending emails at 2 a.m. because I'll wake up at that hour, check my phone, respond to an email, go back to sleep. But like, there are plenty of people at my company. I think it's a CEO thing because my CEO was like that as well. That they would just be like, "Oh yeah, well, I don't get much sleep. I don't need sleep. So if you see emails coming from me at like 2 a.m, don't worry about it. I'm not expecting you to respond." But this is also the CEO that I accidentally called at 1 o'clock in the morning, and she answered and was like, "Are you okay?" And I was just like, I just heard her voice in my room, and I'm like, I'm losing my mind. Like, what is going on? Because she was just like, Britt, are you there? I was just like, oh my God, I am so sorry. And she's like, it was fine. I'm awake. So it was just like, I didn't mean to. I must have just like pressed a button, and I took her off speed dial after that.
Oh my God, that is... that would haunt my dreams forever.
I was just like, oh my God, I am so sorry. She's like, no, it's totally fine. I'm just glad you're okay. And I was just like, well, I'm glad to know, like, if I ever got arrested and needed to call someone at 2 a.m, like, I could call you. She was like, yeah, but I don't think you're going to get arrested. So. But I was like, yeah, oops.
All right, gonna go ahead and hope you have a great night. Thank you for coming.
Yeah.
It was very fun.
It was a lot of fun.
I hate when people expect you to work without pay. One of my old bosses taught me that your time has value and you should get paid for it. Preach. Toxic productivity is a serious problem in America. Oh my God, you said it.
Really is. Yes. It really is. I think too, like the way that people are like scared to take vacation time in the US, like it's almost like a badge of honor when you don't take vacation time. And it's just like, no, it's part of your benefits. Like you earn every single paid time off.
Right.
So it's like, take it. People need that time away. But the toxic like productivity in the US is such a problem. And I think it's only gotten worse too, because now everyone just assumes that you're available all the time.
Oh yeah. Well, especially now that I am like freelancing full time, like my clients just think that I'm freely available. So
Yep.
like the scheduled emails thing is like I could not live without it because I don't like, and especially it's always Sundays too. Like I will walk out of the tasting room into a bunch of emails from clients, and I'm like, whoa, 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 we don't get to do this yet.
No. Wait until business
yeah, so I have a
hours.
bunch of drafts sitting in my outbox because I'm like, you don't get to know that I am responding to you on Sunday nights.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Yeah. Well, we did some good work. I feel like
we did.
Productivity. I feel like we got some reading done.
We did. I got a good like 15% more of Cersei read during the sprint, so that's great for me.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Cool. I think we will call it here. Thank you to everyone who joined us and also got some reading done. If you are participating in the Tarot Readathon with us, don't forget to submit your points to the Google forum because I will be posting another points update probably sometime tomorrow because like I am personally curious since I know that I saw so many submissions come through over the weekend. So I'm gonna run the books again. Anyways, so yeah, get those books in. And thank you for joining us, and we will see you next time.
Thanks, everyone.